Welcome, everybody, to Cliffhangers and Cocktails podcast with Amy Sissel.
Hello.
And me, Shea McLeod, USA Today
Hello.
best-selling authors, of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. Brought to you by the Caftan Coven.
Yay.
Yay.
For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm going to be doing a lot of weird head things today because there's some weird glare I cannot fix, and it's very distracting. So I'm just going to be like looking off to the side, disappearing slowly off the camera. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
If I could read without my glasses, I'd take them off and this would all be okay. But
kind of like of an age here where reading without glasses is not a thing that's happening.
Women of a certain age.
Yeah.
So anyway, today we're talking to the third member of our coven, Samantha
Yay!
Hargrove.
Yes.
And oh my God, you guys, I love her so much, which is why she's in our coven.
Yes, because
honestly.
she is amazing and awesome.
And we try not to invite people into our coven if we hate them. That'd be weird.
That seems like a good general rule to have in life.
Yeah, unless you need a sacrifice. Just kidding.
We stopped that years ago.
That's right. We did. Anyway, so we're going to talk to Samantha about crystal healing and energy work.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also, of course, going to be talking about the usual witchy things and general shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot guarantee that this won't be one of our longer episodes because you get the three of us witches in a room together and it's a conversational journey of information highway or something.
Which has gone wild. Yeah, and we want to get her back too because she had kind of two parts to her information. She was going to talk about the more esoteric crystal information and then talk about the science behind it. And we just didn't have time to get to the science behind it. So definitely we're going to have her on again. And we're going to do like kind of an in-person interview, I think, again, too, before you leave for Portugal. At least that is the plan.
That is the plan. So we'll just do the whole thing. Dilly bobber. We'll make her bring an oracle deck. We'll put her on the spot. She won't know what hit her.
She won't. And she'll be like...
That's how we treat people.
Pretty much. Sneak attack.
Shenanigans.
Today's affirmation, and of course I selfishly pulled this one for me, but it's also for you and for everybody that is currently experiencing some pain in their body or some illness in their body. Healing energy flows through me, and I'm grateful for a healthy body. If you're still alive, you're still kicking. So
well, I gotta say that really resonates for me as well. I had a follow-up podiatrist appointment this week, and my broken foot has still not healed.
Oh, geez.
It's going in the right direction, but it's healing so slowly. It's just a problem. And so the podiatrist is like, well, I need to see you back in 8 weeks again for more x-rays. And I'm like, sorry, I won't live here anymore. So peace out.
I will be abroad.
I will be abroad.
Yes, you'll have to find a Portuguese doctor, and I'm sure you will find a fabulous one.
I'm sure it will be incredibly expensive.
Excuse me, I'm laughing.
Sigh. That was... No, I don't have to sigh. I'm moving to the good place.
You're moving to the good place. You are going to be...
where my body can be healthy.
Yes.
And you're going to stay here and have a healthy body.
And I'm going to stay here for a while and have a healthy body. Yeah.
That's right.
And then I'm going to join you. That's the plan.
Yay. Awesome. Well, since we're talking to Samantha today about crystals, one of the things that we're going to talk about before we splice her into this interview is our favorite rocks.
Yay.
Magic rocks. And I have, first of all, asking me to choose a favorite stone is kind of like asking me to choose a favorite child.
Actually, except you only have one child.
I only have one child.
So it's probably worse.
Yeah. I mean, my number one favorite stone, and I know this is Shea's too, and it's the birthstone.
Yes.
For February, which is amethyst.
Yes.
And as we're both February babies, like that's something that really, I've always loved amethyst. But not just because it's my birthstone. It's a pretty amazing stone.
It's
And
gorgeous.
it's used in a lot of different ways for a lot of different spells and rituals because it does have a lot of like healing and cleansing powers. And I'll let you talk a little bit more about that when we go to you. I'm going to move on.
Okay. Tell me your other favorites.
Okay, so I have two other favorite stones at the moment. I have a lot. I mean, I love emeralds, I love garnets, I love a lot of different stuff. But my current other two favorite stones are sodalite.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Sodalite. And sodalite is just, it's really good for enhancing like your logic and your mental efficiency and clarity of thought. And I find it helps me with my creativity as a writer because I do need that clarity and that enhancement, the mental efficiency for my writing. So, I mean, it's good for a lot of other things, but that's kind of my personal connection with it is that use.
Yeah.
And then rhyolite or rainforest jasper. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's not jasper. It's just called rainforest jasper.
It's just called jasper. Yeah.
But it's not. And so rainforest jasper or rhyolite is really good for like wish fulfillment in manifestation, connecting people with nature.
Nice.
And then like it has healing vibrational energy for balance and spiritual renewal. And it's rejuvenating. And so because like the last year of my life has been really hard physically, stressfully, we're going to go with that. And mentally, like having these stones around me that can enhance clarity and balance and bring balance back to the force is really, really something that I'm trying to lean very hard into right now.
Right.
And because the rainforest jasper is also all about the nature and connecting to the spiritual elements of the natural world, I think it's really great. And it's made from lava. And so it's a transformative stone.
Oh yeah. That is so cool. I love that because, you know, you being a nature witch, a green witch, it totally vibes. Like, I love that. I'm gonna have to get some for me too, because I was not familiar with forest jasper, and I love that idea of healing vibes and clarity and balance. I love it.
And it's so good for manifestation.
Yes.
And I love these earrings, but they're
really
like
nice.
A lot to wear all the time.
Right.
And I want to find something that I can just have on me.
Yeah.
Because when I wear these, I just feel better. I know that's very woo, but we're woo people here.
We are woo people here. Yeah.
Caftan Coven is we're going into a whole discussion of crystal work.
Right. So,
this is the right kind of woo.
This is the right kind of woo. We are here for the woo.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love them and they make me feel better when I wear them, but I need something that's not so easy to snag.
Yeah. Maybe just like a little necklace or a ring or something like that. Or like one of those like a bracelet, like those bead bracelets or something.
Oh, those stretchy ones?
Yeah, that you can just slip on. And I have one of those that I wear sometimes in it. And it's the same, like I always feel better when it's on.
Yeah, I have a bead bracelet. I can't remember what the stone is, but it was a gift from Sam a couple of years ago. Sam, who's coming up next.
Yay.
And it's I always wear it when I travel. I don't know what the stone is, but I think she told me it was good for travel protection.
Yeah.
It's like insurance. This makes it sound like an insurance commercial.
I know. No, I have a whole bag of stones. There's like 3 different stones, and I couldn't tell you what they are to save my life because I could look it up, and they're all for travel, like, and they're small ones. So the whole point is they're in a little sash, like a little sash bag, like a little bag, and you just put them in your purse, or it's just like when she travels, she puts them in her bra. And I'm like, okay,
sweaty rocks. Sweaty rocks.
No, I'll just put them in my purse. Thank you very much. But it's supposed to give you like safety and smooth travels and all that. And I'm like, hey, every little bit helps, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Travel rocks. I love it. So my first favorite stone.
Tell me about yours.
Yes. It is and always has been amethyst, as we said, because it's beautiful. I love purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. It's my birthstone, but it has got such a variety of uses. Like, I mean, if you look it up, it's so long. It's so long, all the different uses you can use for crystals. So it can enhance a lot of different spells.
Mm-hmm.
And but like it's got like really strong healing and cleansing powers. It enhances psychic energy. So if you're going to be like maybe reading some tarot or some pulling an oracle card or doing some meditation or something, it's really awesome for that. It's really good for intuition. So if you're learning to listen to your intuition, which is a thing that I have been learning over the last few years too, because I stopped listening to myself because, people will say, oh, you don't have anything to back up that vibe. Why do you feel that way? And the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, whenever I get that intuitive nudge, I am always right every single time without fail. But I have often doubted myself and not listened to myself because I have other, people in the background going, well, you don't have proof of that. How do you know that? You can't judge that. And I'm like, I can't tell you why I feel that way, but there's always a reason. And down the road, I'll figure it out. And I'll be really mad if I don't listen to myself. So I've been practicing that, and amethyst is super good for that. And it's also really good with emotional balance. I always keep it on my desk because it's a good creative, like it helps open creativity and creative
Mm-hmm.
flow. It's just such an awesome stone. I just love it. And it just has such good energy. And then I love aventurine. I don't have a sample on me, but it's a really pretty green. And I just love it. Again, such good energy. It just has this smoothness to the energy. And it's for prosperity, luck.
Ooh.
Yeah. Healing of all aspects of the body, physical and emotional. So it's just really it's just bringing in all this abundance and manifesting all this abundance. So if you're doing abundance spells, healing spells, or you're trying to manifest something in your life, having some aventurine worked into that is really going to sort of boost that. And I just find it a very soothing stone. And then lapis lazuli, which I am
Ooh.
wearing, whoopsie, a ton of today.
I
I've got.
also love lapis. It
Yes.
didn't make my top three, but it's probably in the top five.
Well, yeah, mine is kind of like because you have sodalite, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's one of my favorites too. But it's like I could probably almost exchange those two stones because
Mm-hmm.
they're just so beautiful. I mean, the blue is I've always been attracted to lapis, and it was really, really popular in ancient Egypt, but it's really good, like it's for protection. It was often used in protection
Mm-hmm.
spells with ancient Egypt, but it's also awesome for manifestation, and apparently it activates the third eye. So again, with the psychic
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and for mental clarity as well, which who doesn't need a mental clarity, especially when you hit perimenopause. um
Have I ever shown you my like really giant lapis necklace that I have?
I
I bet I
don't.
had. I don't wear it very often because it's so heavy, but it's like a antique silver, and then it has like teardrop shape, like maybe a dozen teardrop shape, lapis set in more silver. That's just kind of, it's like
Wow,
almost like a collar.
that sounds amazing.
And it was made in cobble, and I don't know when, like nobody knows when. But it was a
Mm.
gift to me from somebody that I used to work with who was working out of Kabul for a while. It's so beautiful. I love lapis.
Me
And it
too.
just feels heavy with more than just the weight of the silver.
Right,
It feels
yeah.
like it's got so much. It's like a shield. It's like a breastplate
Right.
almost. That's what
Yeah.
it
And
feels
that's
like.
how even this simple this is just little chips of lapis strung on a long necklace. But when I put it on, yes, there's a weight to it of the stones themselves, but there's a weight to it. Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like you're putting on your breastplate or something. Like, I just
Hmm.
love it. I'm also today, now this is not one of my favorite stones, although always really fascinated by it. It's tiger's eye,
Oh,
which
pretty.
it is a lovely sort of brown and caramel sort of color stone. But the reason I'm wearing it, even though I'm not really often attracted to like warmer toned stones as much, I'm much more drawn to like greens and blues and purples and pink. Um, but these are supposed to be really good for the what do you call it? This I just blanked on what it's called, the sternum chakra. We talk about it with Sam actually, and it's supposed to be
the
good
heart
for
chakra.
no, not the heart chakra. It's
throat.
There's throat, the heart, then there's
solar plexus.
Solar plexus. That's it. The solar plexus. Okay. The That's where my pain, my chronic pain and muscle spasms come from. And so there's like a lot of stagnant energy there. I mean, it's, and this is supposed to help kind of move it. And so that's why I'm wearing that. So we'll see. But yeah, those are my favorite stones.
Yay.
So what are we drinking today?
Oh my God. It's a good thing we got to this part because, well,
yeah,
don't know how much longer I'll be drinking what we're drinking today.
My drink is about half gone at this point.
I know, and I've been like picking it up and then like, no, I have to have some left because this is really good. So we're having a good old G&T. When we did our interview with Sam, we were at a wine shop, so we drank wine, obviously. But one of her favorite summer cocktails is a good old gin and tonic.
Yep.
And the energy of this is, again, like, everything fits together, right? Cleansing, protection, healing. So it really is what we need right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I will tell you the ingredients and the amounts.
Okay.
And then you can guess what I did.
You made it with your heart.
Of course I did. But I did not leave any ingredients out because this is a gin and tonic.
Well,
and there's literally 3 ingredients.
Yeah. It's really hard to screw up a gin and tonic.
So it's 1 part gin to 3 parts tonic water. And then fresh lime juice. This says a tablespoon. I just squoze. And a wedge of lime. And then you pour that all over ice and you stir it. Focus on your intention. And then I have mine garnished with a lime slice.
I have mine garnished with nothing because I went the witch who has no spoons way. And I used to call it the lazy way, but I've decided that this is not what I'm going to call it anymore. I'm going to call it the witch who has no spoons way, because sometimes you just don't have the spoons to cut a fresh lime in half. So I used all lime, which is, like all lemon. No, what is it? Lemon, the lemon juice.
I mean, I know lemon. I don't know
real
the brand
lemon,
name of it.
Real lemon and real lime. That's my favorite. Okay. That's my favorite brand. You do you, but I just use lime juice in a store-bought is fine.
Anyway, I did make it with my heart, but I've made a million G&Ts in my lifetime, so
they're pretty difficult to screw up. Yeah, because you just do it to taste, really.
Yeah,
I mean, these are the classic proportions. But honestly,
I tend to do a little bit more gin.
Yeah,
and I tend to do more lime.
I tend to do a little less gin, a little more lime. Yeah, that's generally how I do it.
It's funny because in our next episode, we've already done the interview for that one.
Yeah,
and our drink for that one is also gin and tonic.
Yeah,
which is awesome. I love gin and tonics in summer.
They are very nice and light. Yeah.
Our interviewee I was on location with our interviewee for that one. And so he was in charge of making the cocktails, and I think he measured.
He did, yeah.
Like, not with his heart, you guys.
No, he measured like I do with the proper measuring thing.
He might have even used a scale. I don't know.
I don't know if he went that far, but he may have. Now, I don't go.
He does love a scale.
I don't use a scale. I use a jigger thing, but actually not even a jigger. I use an actual. It looks like a shot glass, but it has a little like ounces and tablespoons and stuff on it.
That's what I use. Kind of. I mean, I use it.
Yeah.
That's what I pour the liquor into.
But you don't necessarily hit the proper lines.
No, I measured out my ounce of gin. That's what it says in the recipe. And I dumped it in, and I'm like, well, that's not enough. So then I just put in some more. But I don't usually even measure at all when I'm making a G&T because I know what it should look like.
Right.
And you know what it should taste like. I already have in there.
Yeah. So, but the ingredients here, I think we've talked about almost all of these ingredients except for the tonic water before. But gin, of course, is its metaphysical properties are mostly tied to the juniper. I mean, but of course, depending on what gin you have, there's other ingredients that could come into play, but the main is juniper, which is all about protection, purification, healing, and resilience. And I just love, excuse me, the term resilience, because a lot of times just being able to handle the world itself and everything it throws at you, it requires so much resilience, especially these days. So I just love that.
Well, and I think like from the perspective of being a parent, teaching your kid resilience is one of the most important lessons you can pass on.
I agree.
Because the world is hard.
It is.
And if they have a sensitive child.
Yeah. And if they have resilience, then they can handle pretty much anything life throws at them. And resilience was definitely something I've developed as an adult. This is really helpful if you're going through a time and you just need a little help. Resilience. The lime, of course, is cleansing, protection, and renewal. And then the tonic water, I thought this was interesting. So tonic water is sort of a newer ingredient, and so it doesn't really have a lot of historical witchcraft applications. However,
at least not for like our Western witchcraft that we'd have, because it's not native to
not at all
where our traditions come from.
But the primary sort of symbolism of wild quinine which is what is used in tonic water. If your tonic water has quinine, which mine does. It is endurance and resilience. And that's what it was used for. Because wild quinine has this ability to thrive in diverse and challenging environments. And that makes it a metaphor for overcoming obstacles and bouncing back from adversity. So there's a lot of resilience in this drink. I just love that. There's purification, healing, and protection and resilience. And perfect. It's perfect.
Well, if you don't know, those of you out there, not everybody knows this, but quinine, when it was discovered, was found to be the most effective thing for treating malaria.
Right. Exactly.
And it still is to this day, like very much a part of the malarial drug treatments.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those magic things that has a scientific application.
Yeah.
And that's something we're going to talk about a little bit, not as much with Sam today as in our next episode with her, but that's something we'll get into, is like how the science of magic rocks works. And here's the science of magic bark.
Yeah.
Bark. Is it bark?
I think it's bark. I'm not sure. Okay. But I also like lime prevents scurvy. So there you go. I mean, it's literally like citrus fruit is literally like soaking up the sun. Well, I mean, honestly, all fruits are, but citrus does it in this magical way that sort of just transfer, even when you taste it, it's like you taste sunshine, and I just love that. So to me, this drink is just like the bomb.
Well, and gin promotes fertility.
Yes.
Because if you drink enough of it, you will do things.
Well, we talked with Loretta about the magical properties of gin. Or no, it was tequila. Sorry. But same thing with gin. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, shall we go talk to Sam?
Let's do it.
Woohoo.
Yeah! Okay, I am so excited to welcome Samantha Hargrove to the podcast today. And as you can see, live interview here. Samantha is a massage therapist. She does Reiki healing. She has a coaching business. And most importantly for today, she does crystal therapy.
Yes.
The other most importantly for today thing is she's the third member of the Caftan Coven.
Yeah.
So cheers. Welcome, Samantha.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, mine. Oh, we are recording this in person at Sip Divine in Tigard. And look, oh, wait, where? Look at that cute little
monk. I love the monk.
So if you're in the region, go here, drink wine.
Yes, the wine is excellent. It's delicious. It's wonderful. Ask for Jill. Tell her that we sent you.
You're not going to get a discount?
No.
But
she's going to make sure you have great wine.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So let's dive into our interview.
Yes. Okay. First and most important question. This is earth-shattering stuff here. What is your favorite cocktail?
Okay. I was anticipating this, obviously.
And psychic too.
Yes, I do. I'm working on my psychic abilities, but I don't know. Like I feel like my favorite cocktail has to do with the seasons or how I'm feeling that day. So, for example, like I love a Manhattan on a cozy winter night.
Yeah.
I'll take a French 75 anytime.
Oh, yes.
100%.
Yes. And like, I mean, on a hot summer day, like it's gonna be today and tomorrow and forever over the week. Margarita, come on.
Yes. Chin.
Yes.
Chin.
Yeah, chin,
but wine.
But, and white wine. I mean, but if I had to, hold on. If I were told you can only have one, I would have to say a gin and tonic because it's seasonless to me, and I love gin.
Gin is amazing.
Very,
I also love
very
gin.
classy cocktail.
Yeah,
From
Connecticut,
classy. Alrighty. So we are here to talk to Samantha about crystal healing because, as you know, we're witchy bitches. Yes. And I want to know, how did your journey into witchy bitchness? You don't have to call it that if you don't want to. And learning about crystals and crystal therapy start. Like, what brought you down that path?
So let's take the witchy part first, I think, because just with my name, I'm immediately bewitched. And I mean, I remember being at the principal's office, not because I did anything bad. I don't remember why I was there, but I was a good kid.
Sure, it was not bad.
Yeah, I swear. And the receptionist or his secretary, I remember her saying, I was probably in 5th grade, and she said, oh, can you wiggle your nose? And I was like, if I could wiggle my nose, I wouldn't be here. So, and then just going through with I went to church every Sunday, but I was kind of forced to do that. But my parents weren't really religious. But I remember my mom, you just didn't talk about anything like that. You didn't talk about, well, I liked collecting stones just in general, like outside and in the woods and stuff at the beach. But a real, like the crystals that you see in the stores, like they just weren't around where I grew up anyway, except if it was like a geode store that would be like a more sciencey.
Yeah.
But from a spiritual perspective, you just didn't really talk about it that much. But then, like, I remember my mom would do she would read my tea leaves. And that was learned by her mom. She was taught by her mom, and she was taught by her mom. So that was like a Swedish thing.
Cool. Yeah.
But I think my mom just wasn't given the opportunity to express herself that way. So that was all I got. And we didn't talk about anything else. And that was all kind of hush hush. And
don't tell the church people.
Yeah. And God forbid, like, you had a pentagram or anything like that around you. No, you didn't even say those words.
You had to be normal in front of the neighbors.
Yeah. But I went to school in Boston, and I'm very close to Salem, and there was a store owned by Lori Cabot, who was a famous witch at the time.
I remember.
And I remember going to her store, and I was all like so excited to go in there, and I could see her like peeking through the back.
Oh wow.
And
so cool.
I wanted to go have her, read tarot or whatever. But the closest I got was buying my first tarot cards there.
Cool.
And I just remember, because I didn't have anybody watching me, I was in college, I went to the Boston Library, and I'm looking up things in Wiccan, and witchcraft in general. And I just really liked how they blended like the masculine and feminine of nature more than like this dude in a white robe in the sky.
Yeah.
A white dude in a robe.
Sky Daddy.
Yeah, Sky Daddy.
Sorry, everybody.
So, yeah, my mom bought me a crystal necklace for my graduation from college,
Oh, wow.
which was so gorgeous, and I'm so upset that I lost it.
Oh, no.
I mean, it was such a bummer, but it really was like it started the journey of, I mean, she was looking at it more that, oh, isn't this a pretty necklace? But I started reaching out and seeing like what are the qualities behind what these stones can offer other than just beauty.
Right.
And then for the next like decade and a half, I was just all business. So a lot of that got kind of pushed behind when I was working in New York. And then when I came here to Portland, I was able to let the freak flag fly.
Yeah, we do that here.
Yes. And I was able to like it still took, it was very gradual because it's hard to just go from one way to another and without freaking people out. So I kind of was just like slowly bringing things out. And during COVID, I really wanted to, oh, I know what it was. So this older gentleman that I had as a client brought in a big rose quartz. And he was such a conservative guy too. I couldn't believe he did this. But he brought in this rose quartz and he asked me to place it on his body, on his heart, because he was having heart issues. And I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to do. I want to start bringing this to more people. And he's the one that kind of gave me the, like, it's okay, even though I'm a conservative guy. Like, more, don't judge a book by its cover, I guess.
Absolutely.
So I ended up finding this woman online. Her business name is Hibiscus Moon.
Okay.
And I ended up taking her course on crystal therapy. And then from there, I just started to, like, there are a lot of different crystal therapies that you can do. I kind of honed in on the chakra balancing therapy.
Okay.
And that's what I like to do because I do a lot more massage than I get to do crystal therapy.
Right.
So I just wanted to hone in on one type.
Right. What other types are, like, just a couple of other types maybe that you can do with besides the chakras?
Yeah, like you could go to somebody, especially if they have more time to dedicate to crystal therapy. You might go in for, say, oh, I want to get a new job. So manifesting that or relationship issues or things like that. You can start to manifest things depending on the stones that you choose.
Right. Cool. Awesome.
It is really cool.
So how do you how does crystal healing, like when you're balancing the chakras, like how does that work? How do you know which stones to choose for that work?
So should I explain what chakras are?
Yeah, I mean, there might be people listening who aren't familiar with that.
Yeah, so they're energy centers of the body, and they start at the crown chakra, then there's the third eye, and then there's the throat and heart, sacral, solar plexus, sacral, and root. And each one has a color associated with it. Okay. And each one has kind of like a theme to it. Like here would be intuition, and this would be seeing through also more intuition, and this is working with your voice, communication, and heart is love, and solar plexus is like creativity, and sacral is like sexual organs, and also, you know, fertility, creativity, and then root chakra is grounding, the earth.
Okay.
Earth center. So I choose the stones according to those colors, because they are like, this is clear, this is like a indigo color. The throat is like blue.
Right.
Not like blue, it is blue. And then
the heart's like
the heart green.
Oh,
you
green.
would think it would be pink.
Oh.
One would think, but it's green.
Okay.
And then solar plexus is yellow.
Okay.
Sacral is orange, and then root is red.
The root's red. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would have swapped those.
Yeah.
The red and the green.
And you know, you don't have to, you know, for instance, on the root, I don't necessarily choose a red stone. I've used black tourmaline because that's really grounding.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to go exactly with the color. It's just kind of like a guideline,
suggestion,
if you will.
Recommendation.
Yeah.
Does it depend on, like, if you're doing a crystal therapy, does it depend, like, if you weren't going to use a red stone for the root, is it partially because of wanting to do that balancing of energy for the person, and maybe they need a different stone for the energy?
Yes. I mean, that could be, meaning like if they needed more grounding. Yeah. Then you could pull like all the stones that are really good for just pile them up. I mean, I've had to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because should I explain a little bit about how it works?
Yeah,
like
please.
I have, in fact, I brought it with me. I'll show you. I start with a pendulum. I go through all the chakras with nothing, no stones or anything. The person's
just laying there and you're holding the pendulum over their different chakras.
Yeah. And then I see what kind of spin I get on each chakra. And sometimes it's kind of amazing that sometimes it will just be dead in the water. And like the pendulum doesn't move at all.
What does that mean? Does that mean they're good, or is that like
that means
people need some help?
Yeah, this needs some help. This chakra needs to. Yeah. So here's here's the pendulum.
That's cool.
This is a
if you're watching
this
on YouTube, you can see her pendulum here.
So it'll swing in a nice circle if it's like a balanced chakra, but sometimes it'll swing just a little teeny bit, or it might be really erratic. Sometimes it's really big circle, which means like
you're way open.
You're way open. Okay. Exactly.
Close your legs. Different topic.
Okay. That deserves a sip.
Awesome. I love that.
I'm a bad person, and I apologize.
I am tempted to excuse me, can we pause so I can go lay down on the couch and you can check my chakra?
I've had this done twice by Samantha.
That would be
pretty cool.
I don't think I've ever had it done. I've had lots of Reiki healing and stuff, but I've never, I don't think I've ever had, although someone did say my solar plexus chakra is forked, and that, I mean, explains a lot of my chronic pain issues, because that's where they are. So do you have any book or maybe like a YouTube or something recommendation for beginners who want to know a little bit more?
Well, there are so many books out there, but I will show you another show and tell for those on YouTube.
I love show and tell. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see this. If not, we will describe it to you.
Yeah, and this was the book. It's kind of like the Stone Bible, if you will.
I love that book.
It's the Book of Stones. And this is what Hibiscus Moon, my teacher, recommended that we have. The only thing about it is that the photographs are really beautiful museum quality photos, and you only get one picture.
Right. So that doesn't always translate.
Right. Sometimes they're not that smooth and pretty, or the colors vary.
Yeah.
But that's okay because the way this is written, I love it. Robert Simmons is more of the geologist, and Naisha Asian, I don't know if I'm saying her name. I hope I'm saying that properly. Her take on each stone, and there is a written paragraphs by both authors on every stone.
Cool. So fun.
Hers is more like a spiritual side of it.
That's cool.
It's really great. This is like the book to have. Other books, I would say a cool one to have, and this is bringing stones into the home.
Okay. Which
So
is going to be our next question.
Okay.
That.
One of the things that you can do with crystals in the home or anywhere, Hibiscus Moon wrote this book.
Okay.
And she's the only one that's got one out, really. Maybe by now there's been more, but it's called Crystal Grids and How They Work. And it's you're making a mandala of sorts out of crystals.
Okay.
And there are different ways or different reasons for making a mandala at home where it's all about intention.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're trying to get a new job and you intentionally place these stones in a certain way and you leave them there for as long as it takes for it to manifest.
Okay.
But the energies of those crystals and your intentions are out there. There's you'll now find in a lot of stores, not a lot of stores, but the stores that sell crystals, something like this. These are examples of crystal grids. And for those of you who are not on YouTube, these are just circular wooden little plates, if you will, that you can put the crystals on. Okay. And they're just really pretty.
So you would put like a crystal on each of these like moon phases, for instance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then maybe something in the middle.
Honestly, if you're not watching this on YouTube, this is a great one to switch over to.
Switch over to YouTube.
You should be, plus you should, how pretty.
Yeah, we're super pretty. We're all wearing our caftans.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one in particular, especially for this interview portion, this is a great one because Samantha has some great things.
Sorry, I love show and tell.
I love show and tell. That was my favorite thing in school.
And we literally asked you to do show and tell.
Yes. So I love it.
So did that. Blah, 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 blah. So how do you use crystals in the home? You showed us your mandalas. Like, what do you do with your crystals in the home? Like, what do you use? So we love magic rocks, you guys.
Yes, we love us.
We talk about it a lot. Magic rocks.
So I have some with me, but I like to put crystals in my drinks. Oh. So when you have your cocktail, you can put
a little crystal in
put
there.
A crystal in there, wash it off, put in there. And that
try not to choke on it.
Yeah.
Don't like a teeny crystal.
Yeah. Like a pretty
good size crystal.
But like pretend it's a good size crystal and pretend it's kind of like when you're drinking with a cocktail that has an ice cube and you have to like make sure it doesn't go in your mouth. Yeah. It's kind of like that. But it infuses the drink with the energy of that stone. Cool. That's one way.
Okay. I have more questions about that in a minute.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So Shea does a lot of cocktail magic. You do crystal. Should you two get together and just bartend for me?
Oh, I mean,
yes, 100%.
In Portugal, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly.
Yes, clearly. I'm there.
So if we're gonna drink our gins and tonic, do you like gin and tonic?
I do like gin and tonic.
Okay, so we're gonna do gins and tonic for Samantha's cocktail. Because they are timeless and classy and it's summer. Yeah. And what crystal would you like? We're interested in abundance and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big thing. Abundance and money and
you don't have to say it like that. You can say
money.
I would 100% put a really nice orange citrine in there.
Okay, I think I have some orange citrine at home.
I don't think I do. And unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to go crystal shopping.
What a bummer.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Right. By the time this comes out,
you're gonna have like one suitcase that's just nothing but rocks.
And
I'm just, it was just,
no,
it was
and
just
my oracle decks and tarot cards.
Oh, right. No, but that's a whole nother suitcase.
No, I think I can fit all of it.
So, cocktails. What are some other?
Who cares? No.
Okay, forget it.
I know.
No.
Races. Yeah. Besides cocktails, how else? What are some other things that?
Okay. So some of the ways I like to carry them. I like to wear them for sure.
Oh yeah, I love that necklace.
Sure.
Can you
That's
guys see the
great.
necklace? Can
Yes,
you lean in a little bit?
gorgeous. It's like a fossil.
It's
a
just
little
those ammonites.
Ammonites,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then hanging below it is a big chunk of.
It's
clear
a crystal, but
Yeah.
it's what is the word? It's reticulated. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Shit, there's like
You.
they're they're little like strings of something in there.
I see.
So cool.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that
so
is cool.
cool.
I couldn't see that in the other light, but when I look at it now, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, that is really
I
cool.
thought it had scratches, but now that I'm
I know.
looking,
When I got it, I thought it was scratch, but it's not.
It's
It's
inside.
inside. Yeah.
Oh,
Very
wow,
special.
that is super cool looking.
So I like to wear them. I like to put some in my bra, you know.
Mhm.
It's kind of funny because I get home and then I take my bra off and then like rocks around.
I feel like that's also what happens to my 13-year-old. Except I don't think she's carrying crystals. I think that rocks just like
attach themselves to her person.
yeah. No, like she loves rocks. And like every time I'm like, okay, let's do your laundry. I'm like, why are there rocks in your pocket? She's like, it looked cool. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fight you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like,
Well,
what are you gonna do
fair.
with that?
I get that. Some of the other in the morning I do a daily meditation practice and I like to use a stone to hold
Okay, yeah.
during it. And
see that
typically in the
sometimes.
left hand because that's receiving hand,
Okay,
unless I need something to release. So I hold it in my right.
right.
And some weeks I'll use the same stone because it's what's calling me.
Mhm.
That's the other thing. So the chakra balancing, they seem to be a little more specific, like color and what part of the body, what chakra it is.
Mhm.
I also really like the idea of just picking a stone that calls to you.
Yeah.
So that happens, and I
Mhm.
use that during meditation. I do like to set up a grid when I need to.
Mhm.
Oh, another thing I like to do, or that you can do, is that for like protection of the house, you could
Mhm.
put a black, say a black tourmaline in each corner of the house.
I do that as well. I have one.
Maybe my corner.
Yeah.
I think we need bigger black tourmaline.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank
It's been
goodness
getting
you're
better,
moving.
right?
I mean, I broke my foot.
Yeah.
Jeez. I
Yes.
can't wait for you to get
I know.
there.
We just need to get her to a foreign country so she stays.
I like to like, please leave the country. We swear we like you. Please get.
This is just a soft way.
Mm. Urging you onward.
Yeah.
Not
really
me
soft.
away. Please get out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a minute. You two talk about.
So okay, so what other witchy things are you into besides crystals? Like, because I know you're kind of into like some essential oils and things like that.
I do love essential oils. I always have it blasting in my diffuser. I actually sell doTERRA, but nobody knows I sell it because I can't sell it at my work because the building I'm in, I'm not allowed to have any smells.
Oh.
And that's
Yeah.
because of sensitivities
Yeah.
that other folks have. And I appreciate that, but it saddens me because I love essential oils so much. So I just use them at home a lot.
Mm.
And the other thing that I really am starting to develop is I am doing an apprenticeship with a woman. Her name is Shane Case. She's amazing.
Yes.
And I'm doing, do you know her?
I have done a healing ritual thing with her. One of my acupuncturists I had a while back is really close friends with her, like really close friends. And she referred me to her for like this healing thing. And she basically channels she does like a channeling and everything.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Incredible, right?
Incredible. Yeah.
Oh my God, she's amazing. So I'm doing this apprenticeship with her, along with 20 other people. It's not just, one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
I wish, but no, that's not true. I love the people that I'm with. So anyway, they're all great.
Yeah, listening.
No, but even so, I mean, I just really love hanging out with these people.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to make flower essences, which is basically plant medicine.
Yeah.
So that's become really big. And I had a one-on-one with her the other day and asked her what can I do with this medicine to bring it into the world? Because that's what the plants want.
Right.
And one of the things that I can do is she was telling me that there are points on the body that I can actually put the medicine that I made on my clients.
Awesome.
So she's going to show me how to do that. I'm really excited. Evidently there's a book that I am going to follow.
Okay.
So that's to come.
You can use that in conjunction with your crystal healing, right? Yeah, very, very cool.
Wait, when we were over for Beltane, is that what we had?
We drank that water.
Yes,
that
yes.
moon water, whatever.
Yes.
So cool.
Star Magic. You had the Star Magic medicine.
Love it. Love it.
So I do that. Oils. Oh, I have a serious girl crush on Pam Grossman.
Oh, yes, me too.
Yes, I actually took one of her she had some kind of little online workshop.
She has amazing online
workshops. I took one of them. I want to say it was like a Samhain workshop or
could have been because she does those.
Yeah.
She does a lot of them.
It's been a while, but it was really fun.
And I just love ritual. I love the opportunity to do ritual, and she brings that in for me along with us.
Yes. And you're definitely the ritual one for our coven, because you're like, I got these things at this place and we're going to do this. And we're like, yes.
Oh, come on. I did that Beltane once.
You did.
You did. Yes, that's true.
And I still have the wreath.
Yeah.
That you
I was going to say, out. I mean, Shay and I were also both raised in the church, in a more religious way than you.
Even.
Yes. Way more.
But one of the things when I left the church, which I did as soon as I graduated from high school, was one of I missed two things from being a church person.
Worship and ritual?
Ritual and
the music. Oh, me, it was the music. Sorry.
Worship and prayer, WAP.
Yeah.
No. Ritual.
Wow.
Ritual and like the community, like the potluck, not the people who were there, but just like
I did not miss those people at all.
Unless they're listening, and then you're the one
she missed.
Yes, because if you're listening, then you probably were cool.
Yeah.
But I miss the ritual and I miss the community. Yeah. And that's how I initially walked my way into paganism, was because I wanted those things, but I'd been reading a lot of fantasy and I'm like, but I don't want Sky Daddy.
Yeah.
I want a goddess. And my journey has kind of gone from there. I'm an atheistic pagan, I would say, agnostic pagan, but like the ritual and the community, that's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Without Sky Daddy. I'm just gonna keep calling him Sky Daddy.
I would say that.
Awkward and creepy.
It sounds vaguely creepily kinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm sorry, Sky Daddy. I've been bad. Or forgive me, Father, I've sinned. Which one is it?
You know what brings to mind when you say Sky Daddy? I see a guy in a white robe, white dude, of course, beard, mustache, white hair, white robe with a parachute on his back. He's skydived that Sky Daddy. Like I just see him.
And do 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 do
I didn't realize that this might be my fault.
The spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and lay me to rest, gonna go to this place that's the best. Woo!
Wow. It's a very special episode. I'm gonna call it that when I title it a very special episode.
Oh my God.
Oh, we have lost the plot entirely, and
No, we're doing singing.
I love it. We're doing worship.
Worship and prayer, which is
WAP.
WAP.
Now I've got what's her name in my head. Oh dear. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh gosh. So is there anything else that we want to cover before we go drink more wine?
Off camera, Wayne. Did you have another song for us?
No, not another song. No.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yay!
Loved
Thanks for having
you.
me. It was fun. I could keep going.
Oh well,
you know.
we all
We'll maybe have to do this again.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I think so.
But all of these wonderful books and things will be in the show notes, as well as Samantha's links for her new coaching business that she's starting.
yes, thank
And
you. Yeah.
And if you're in the area, how to sign up for the crystal therapy
Yes.
or massage therapy,
Yes.
you can tell her that you heard about her here. She's not going to give you a discount.
No,
I can't. I
No.
I gotta buy crystals.
but she's going to be extra crystally.
Yeah, extra
Yeah.
crystally, no disc. I'm like, tell them that you heard about it from here, but you're not getting a discount.
No.
No, sorry. Anyway, thank you so much,
Thank
Samantha, for agreeing to do this. And yay.
Crystal blessings, as Hibiscus Moon would say.
Yay. All right, that was so great. And thank you again to Sam for hanging out with us. I know it was painful for her because we all had to squish together so close and
Yeah.
it was quite warm.
That was very warm.
It was
Yes.
incredibly warm. But now we are coming up to the end of our episode. But before we go, obviously, we draw a card.
Yeah, we do. And
So
today,
tell us about the deck today.
ooh, I'm so excited. So I love Agatha all along, the show. And of course, they use tarot in the show. And I had to look online and see if there was an Agatha all along deck, which there was. So I pre-ordered it and I have been waiting impatiently ever since. So I am super
Can you tell
excited.
us kind of what that looks like? Because you were holding it up
So-
for our
oh,
YouTube
yeah.
audience. But
Right. So basically it comes in this beautiful box that is black, and then it has, and it's foiled, and it's got images from the show, a pentacle, potion bottle, and so on. And then it comes with this little purple booklet with full color images of all the cards with their meanings.
that's awesome.
Which I just love. I love that it's full color. And then the cards on the back are all sort of this leathery burnt orange color with gold imagery on the top of the phases of the moon and inverted
Oh, it's so
triangles.
pretty.
Yeah. It's I believe it's the same back as the cards they used in the show. But
Oh, cool.
yeah, but instead of, I believe they just used like kind of an old, style deck or whatever. But in this deck, what they've done is they've used the art is all images from the show. Like for instance, this one's the Fool, and this is a picture of her walking down the street naked as a jaybird.
Naked.
Naked. And that was a thing that happened in Agatha all along, and she's out wandering the street naked. So yeah, so I've already sort of shuffled these a bit. So I'm just going to grab this from the top.
And this is Virgin deck, you guys.
Virgin deck, never used before. This is 10 of Cups. Okay, I don't know what that means, but this is interesting. So basically
this is a good one.
Yeah, this is a scene from the show. I can't remember which episode it is. I want to say like the second episode, but they're in this kitchen of this nice house, and there's glasses of wine in the back, and they're all gathered around a sink. There's
is there 3?
5 of them. There's 5.
Oh, okay.
And in the show, they were gathered around the sink making a potion because the glasses of wine turned out to be poison. So they had to make this potion to save themselves. So they made the potion in the sink because they didn't have a cauldron. So we're going to go with 10 of cups. So, which is happiness, contentment, delight.
10 of cups is a good card.
The Coven circles around the kitchen sink, each pouring in their separate ingredients and whispering their intentions. Behind them, water has begun to leak through the cracked windows, but the witches are focused. Each has taken on a role in assisting Jen to make this potion, and they move together in harmony for the greater good. This is the essence of the 10 of Cups. As the final card in the suit, it represents the culmination of an emotional journey. Just like the Coven, you have reached the end of a grueling trial. Get ready to bask in the joy that's on the way.
Yay for joy basking!
Yes, joy basking. I love that because you're coming up sort of to the end of a trial, if you will, and the beginning of something new.
I can't even begin to tell you the feeling I felt this morning when I looked at my countdown timer and realized what it actually said on it, because it's always been so far away.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, let's not have a panic attack about that now.
No, let's not. No. Because it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It is. There's just so much to do.
I know.
But it will be amazing, and everyone can come visit me. That's right, you guys. If you can find me, you can visit. No, I'm just kidding. If you actually want to hang out in Portugal, just drop me a line and we can hang out at my house though, okay? Because
I'm gonna take a picture of this card here. Whoopsie. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's do this here. So I don't forget, because okay, here we go. So we can post the card and the link to buy the deck and all that on the show notes.
Yeah, and we'll put Sam's website up there. And if you don't want to look at the show notes and you just want to know, it's www.satyaspace, SATYASPACE.com. Samantha Hargrove, and that's where you can look at. She does Reiki healing, therapeutic massage, crystal therapy, and she is getting her certification in coaching as well.
Yes.
So that's not up on our website yet, but the rest of that is there. All the rest of the stuff we talked about today, including the recipe, all those links will be in the show notes. If you want us to, if there's an author you want us to talk about, or two, if you are an author, hit us up, DM us on Instagram, and let's get that scheduled. Leave suggestions in the comments. Again, what you want to talk about.
Right.
What you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
But related topics. Or, honestly not. We could talk about anything for an hour, I'm sure.
I'm sure we could. I mean, maybe not beer making, although you might be able to.
I've done it.
I've done liquor, flavored liquors. I've made those before.
Oh, me too.
That's about as far as I've gotten in the booze making thing. But yeah. So I mean, we can talk about all kinds of stuff,
if we get some weird special requests and they get seconded, we'll talk about it. We're whores that way. Wait, I might need to rephrase that for public consumption.
Right. Probably.
We are very excited to take your suggestions and manifest them into the reality of our podcast.
Yes. Well, thanks for joining us today, as always, and listening. Please hit that like button, like and subscribe.
No, smash it.
And then subscribe if you haven't, and share it with your friends, neighbors, relatives, enemies.
Dog.
that weird coworker at the office.
Only if it doesn't make you feel too creeped out to do it, though.
Right. Yeah.
Don't get creeped out just for us.
Yeah. Creep them out.
That's right. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
See you next time.
Bye.